it's Cheryl Nelson. I'm a broadcast meteorologist and also the owner and founder of Prepare with Cher. I'm all about getting you prepared for natural disasters and really anything that life throws your way. So hurricane season, yes, we have to make sure we have a disaster preparedness kit. I'm going to demo mine today to give you an idea of some of the basic items that you want to put in your disaster preparedness kit. You can use this for hurricanes or really any type of natural disaster. It's always good to have a kit at home, at work, and also in your vehicle. So let's get started. First, you want to have a bag, a waterproof bag, to put most of your items in. Now, I know not everything is going to fit in the bag, but just get something big enough to put in the essentials. Speaking of the essentials, water. We want at least 3 days of non-perishable food and also water. So yes, this is a great way to do it. Chef 5-minute meals. You can actually cook some meals without having the need to have electricity, which is amazing. And then some drinks with electrolytes are always good. And then your emergency drinking water is always a good thing to have as well. Again, 3 days is what is preferred, but ideally, if you could have longer than that of supplies, up to 2 weeks, that would really be ideal in the event of a big disaster where you might be without power for a long period of time. How about your NOAA weather radio? Always an advocate for this. Super important to have one of those to make sure you get those warning notifications for your area. Now, other things you might want in your kit. I love having a portable battery-powered fan because, yes, if it's hot and you don't have air conditioning, you're going to want a way to cool off. That's a good way to do it. Other things to make sure you have a rechargeable cell phone charger. Yeah, I know you got to make sure that's charged. Cell phones won't always work following a disaster. It's always best to text instead of call if you can get any kind of signal. Glow sticks, another good thing to have. Flashlight and batteries, certainly something we know we need. First aid kit with all the essentials. You're going to want that. How about some maps? When's the last time you actually used a paper road map? Think about this. If the cell phones go out, GPS probably not going to work either, and all of a sudden, do you know where you're going? If you're trying to evacuate and nothing's working, yeah, you might have to turn to one of those paper maps. A good thing to have one of those in your kit. Also, cash in single dollar bills. Want to make sure you have this because ATMs might not work following a disaster, and sometimes people can't give you change. So single dollar bills, a good thing to have in a waterproof bag. Put some matches in your waterproof bag as well. Other things, some signs. If you need assistance, always good thing to have a sign to put up. Say, hey, I need help. Or maybe following a disaster, if you're okay and you're self-sufficient, which hopefully you are, because following a disaster, you or your neighbors or your family will be your own first responders. So hopefully you can put up this, say, no assistance needed, I'm good. Go help the people who really need the help. Sandless sandbags. There are lots of companies who make these. They're super light, unlike sand. So these absorb lots of water. So you just place those before an event happens with a lot of rain. We talk about important information, putting it on a flash drive. So I'm talking about your documentations like your passport, license, birth certificate, insurance information, pet information, home information, inventory of your house. All of this can go on a flash drive. A whistle is a good thing to have to draw attention to yourself if you are trapped and need help. You might have been yelling for a long time and all of a sudden you can't yell anymore. Whistle will come in handy. Water purification kit. There are several on the market you can get. They also have something called a life straw, and this can take the water and just purify it as you drink it, which is really cool. Medications. Yeah, you want this, at least 30 days supply of medications, because following a disaster, who knows when meds will be back in stock at your local pharmacy. Toiletries are another good idea to have. Also, there's some shower to go, full body, wet body wipes. Yeah, that's a good thing too. Some other things, you don't want to forget about your pets or your kids. Kids, make sure they have something to make them feel secure, like a stuffed animal, maybe some games or books to help them feel better. The pets, you want the pet food. A photo of you and your pet together to prove ownership if you are separated. Microchipping and breakaway collars, always recommended too. Some toys, a leash, cat carrier, all that stuff. Make sure you have that for your pets. Other things, we talked about toiletries. Some tools, duct tape, a good thing to have. Multi-tool, you want that in your kit as well. Some gloves, a dust mask, emergency warming blanket, a poncho, which certainly might come in handy. Tarps would be a good thing as well. Hand warmers, if you are in the cold season, or toe warmers, those are good. And again, we talked about your emergency blanket, but these are some of the basics that you want. Sturdy shoes, also a good idea to keep with you, because trust me, you don't want to run around in flip-flops following a natural disaster. These are the basics of what to have in your disaster preparedness kit. Of course, there's a lot more items that you can have specific to your individual needs. For more information, visit my website, preparewithshare.com.